Good morning. Ready to learn a new word? I'm ready to teach you one. So let's go ahead and get started. So our new word of the week is enormous. E-N-O-R-M-O-U-S. And these are some pictures I'm going to share with you in just a minute. But let's get to the basics first, okay? So the part of speech we're going to be talking about is it is an adjective. It is going to be a describing word. So it describes a noun, which is like a person, can describe a thing, or it could describe a place. So here is our first little card. There's the word again, enormous. Here's the pronunciation, enormous. It has 3 syllables, enormous. So I know some of you clap, enormous. So that's how many syllables it has, is 3. Again, it's an adjective, which is a describing word. Here's the dictionary.com definition, which is the one that I get from the dictionary online. It means greatly exceeding the common size. So that means it is much bigger than the common size. Ms. Bird's definition, I'm going to make it real simple. It means it's very, very big. That's what enormous means. It's another word for very, very big. And talking about another word for a very, very big, okay, those are what? When we talk about words that mean almost the same or similar to the word we're talking about, those are synonyms. So synonyms for enormous are gigantic, huge, and humongous. And you might come up with some other, there's many more, but I only listed 3, okay? So again, gigantic, huge, and humongous. So I know you know the word gigantic. That's like the word kind of like giant, right? I know you've heard the word huge. Humongous might be something you might have heard, but you weren't quite sure about. So, but humongous also means very, very big. Antonyms, which are words that are what? They're the opposite in meaning. So if something is very, very big, what would be the opposite? It's little, it's small, it's tiny. So those are easy words to remember to be opposite of enormous. So enormous is just a fancy way of saying something is very, very big. All right, so I'm going to show you those pictures. First picture is a picture of, it's actually, there's a book called The Enormous Turnip, and Miss Bird has that book. So I'm going to share that with you. This book is a checkout book. This particular one doesn't have the level on it, and I'm sorry, I meant to look it up, and I just forgot before I started my video. But there are actually several different versions of this. It is a folktale. So it's over in the folktale section. So if you watch this video and you want to check out this book, let me know, okay? But look at the first couple of pages. I was looking at this. Grandfather Ivan planted a turnip in the garden. It grew, and it grew, and it grew. When the time came to pull it up, the turnip was what? There's our word, enormous. So look at this enormous turnip. Grandfather took hold of the stem. He pulled, and he pulled, and he pulled. But the turnip would not budge. It wouldn't budge because why? It's too big. It's way, way big. That's what enormous means. It's just way bigger than big, okay? So that's one of our words one of our books has the word enormous in it. I have another one, and this one's kind of like scuffed up a little bit, but this was called the enormous egg. So if you look here in this picture, you can tell, look at that chicken. That's saying, that's not my egg. My eggs aren't that big. This is an enormous egg. So this is a chapter book. This book is a little bit older, but there are some pictures in it and some black and white pictures. So those are a couple of books, and they had the word enormous in the title. Another picture that I found I thought was a great way to show you what enormous means is this big dog and this little dog. And here's my sentence to go along. The Great Dane is enormous compared to the Chihuahua. So you could say, that big dog is enormous compared to the little dog, if you didn't know what kind of dogs they were. So that dog is enormous. Look at him. Look at that little tiny one. So, what is our word again? Enormous. So if you see me or Miss Dorothy or Miss Bird, I don't know who else I was going to say, but if you see one of us around or if you see us in the library, come and tell us, what does enormous mean? You have to be able to tell me what the word means. You have to be able to tell what, like, maybe use it in a sentence, okay? Or you could even, if you draw a picture of something that's enormous, that would work as well. So, I hope you learned something today. I hope you enjoyed our video for the word enormous, and I can't wait to hear from you guys. All right, talk to you later. Bye-bye.